What up, y'all? Just sitting here bored, you know what I'm saying? And something just crossed my mind. What's your top Drake songs? If you got a top five, a top 10, top 20, what are some of the songs that particularly you like? Not based on, commercial appeal, commercial success, anything that he had on video, but just certain songs that when you heard it, it touched you in a certain way. Well, I got a top 20 list, you know what I'm saying, from Drake over the years that I've known him. I wrote them down, no particular order, but, I just want to go. And the first song I had to start off with, and if you know anything about me, it's Congratulations, because that song, when I heard it, I didn't know nothing about Drake, didn't know him. I heard it in a friend's iPod, and I thought he was going that Drake was going that Lil Wayne based on the line, if, Wayne, if you're on Mars, can you pick me up on Jupiter? You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like, is he saying he's sicker than Wayne? And the song was crazy, you know what I mean? I didn't even peep at the end of the song that was Lil Wayne until I got formidable to know who Lil Wayne was and went back and did some research. I'm like, oh, okay, that was Wayne. So, that's one of the songs. It was just great. Another song I would have to say would be Fireworks, just the joint with Alicia Keys, because based off the production of it, everything he was saying in the song, his wordplay, his flow, it just was an incredible song. And I've heard all versions, the Alicia Keys version by herself, Drake, the version where he was singing on the hook before he added Alicia Keys on it. So I just think that song was a great way to open up his debut album. And yeah, man, moving on to the next song with Fear. I thought Fear was a great song. As far as the production, it was dark. He definitely touched on a lot of things, seeing how a lot of cats now that's out in the game doing is similar to what Drake did. It definitely changed the game as far as music and expressing yourself as far as your inner deep emotions. And I think that's what makes Drake separate from a lot of other artists. The next song I would have to say would be 9 a.m. in Dallas. The production alone, is fucking incredible. His wordplay on that. Me and my chick sometimes go back and forth on who introduced the song to who. I think I introduced her to 9 a.m. in Dallas, and she introduced me to which is also on the list. But 9 a.m. in Dallas is definitely a great record, So moving on to the next record would be which that production, that sample, I think Kanye did that beat. It just was crazy because it seemed like a song that wasn't finished, where it's just like the hook is just there with the loop beat, but it was no hook, you know what I mean? So I definitely feel like it was a song that was unfinished, but maybe he did it like that. Just an incredible song. The next song I would have to say would be Unforgettable because of the Aaliyah sample itself. Young Jeezy, we never heard a verse like that. It just was a great way of mixing two different artists together, and it came off in a nice way. And I will say that Drake really showed that he does have passion in his heart for Aaliyah, and that's a great way to do. If you're gonna sample somebody, that was just a great way to do it. Thank Me Now, that's another song to where his bragginess started, where it's like, you're not going to be able to thank me, later because this is my album, but fuck it, just thank me now for everything that you about to experience as far as my career. So I definitely feel like the end of Thank Me Later was definitely a great motherfucking song project altogether. Next, I would have to say Light Up, not based on Drake himself, but Jay-Z, to where he was throwing shade at a lot of other artists, and I didn't feel that he was doing it until I saw a couple interviews and everything, and that's back when Jay was using other artists to get his bars off towards responding to other people. But Light Up was definitely a great record, and I didn't think Jay would have got on a song like that, but he definitely held his own against Drake. Next, I would have to say it's going to be Club Paradise, just because the melodic sound of it. That's still one of my favorite Drake joints that I feel should have been on Take Care. The production, the soulfulness of it. I don't mind him singing. It doesn't really bother me if he does it right. But that was a song that I was like, wow, this song is incredible. Still my favorite. Just the subject matter itself brought me in. Moving on, another record would have to be The Ride featuring The Weeknd. Bananas, that's one of my favorite songs off Take Care. The sample itself, The Weeknd on there, the shit that he's saying, and he said a lot of shit where it's like, y'all talking about who your favorite now, let's see who'll be here 10 years from now. And I definitely feel Drake could still be around 10 years from now, my personal opinion. Moving on to another track, Jodeci. It recently came out, but to just see, him and J. Cole to get on the track, and I feel like you know, J. Cole verse wasn't whatever, but he went on to say that, oh, I was tired or whatever. It just came about like that. But Drake washed them. Still a great song. Another one I had to say, Hell Yeah, Fucking Right. Simply just him and Wayne at his best. You know, the production, the video for it, you know, it just was a great record. Next will be Underground Kings. You know, the production alone, the wordplay, the way he put his words together was rhyming over that beat. He killed that shit. And speaking of the next song with Lord Knows featuring Rick Ross, the production, you know, the line where he said, they take the past and compares, I wonder if they even survive in this era. And I know I said the line wrong, but that's a real statement. Like, most of them wouldn't survive in this era. Like, let's keep it real. The next song would be 5 a.m. in Toronto, because I definitely feel he spazzed. He talked a lot of shit. We all like Drake when he talked that talk, and he definitely talked that talk on that record. You know what I mean? The last song I would say will have to be, not the last song, it will be the Catch Up, 0 to 100, and then it goes into that song. It just was crazy. You know, Drake does what he does. 0 to 100, of course, is the next record where I feel like he definitely does his thing. You know, that beat, everybody got on it and did their thing to it, kind of. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. It's still a good record. The Calm is another record where I like the production, the melodramatic type feel to it, and the things that he was saying about his personal life. You know, I definitely can appeal to that. And the last track I would have to say would be Draft Day, because he definitely said it. I'm going to leave a little bit on the end so all you niggas can loop it and get your lives off. He definitely set the tone for a lot of rappers taking his style, his beats, and rapping over him and doing his thing, which is a part of hip-hop. But still, Drake is just one of them artists where he don't get enough credit. And, you know, I feel like his next album, Views from the Six, is definitely going to shut a lot of people up, in my personal opinion. But this is my top 20 Drake songs: Fireworks, The Ride, You Know, Draft Day, 9 a.m. in Dallas, Lord Knows, The Calm, Congratulations, Club Paradise, Sphere, Jodeci, Unforgettable, The Catch Up, 5 a.m. in Toronto, 0 to 100, Thank Me Now, Hell Yeah, Fucking Right, Underground Kings, Too Much, and Light Up. Definitely my list. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it. I'm out.